Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I'm going to be telling you what is the best, in my opinion, for 2021. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so today I'm going to be talking about what I believe to be the best items there are for this year. So 2021. We're almost 3 months past this year, and it's so busy now. Tennis is really booming. As I've done in prior videos, there is a shortage of a lot of items. So they're slowly trickling in, except for a few blades and strikes and arrows, but everything else seems to be on their way and will be here eventually. So I'm going to cut through the clutter and let you know things that you should be looking for and things you should possibly buy this year. All right, so I'm going to start because a lot of you have been saying, hey, I have knee problems. What should I get for my knee to protect it? Well, maybe try these first and then go see your doctor, your orthopedist, but because you probably got bone on bone like me. But anyways, I use a thing called a Knead It. This is the magnetic Knead It. I guess a little bit of science proves that the magnetic energy helps with the pain, some kind of negative ions, from what I believe. But a lot of it is going to be psychological. This will hold your patella in place so that it doesn't move around if you have a loose patella, and it'll keep you aligned in that knee so it doesn't hurt when you're like moving side to side and bouncing around. So this is my go-to knee brace. I mean, there's like a ton of them out there. Just go to any pharmacy and you'll see like a whole row of them, a whole aisle full of braces. So, but this is my go-to one. They're not very expensive. You can get them pretty much anywhere. All right, it's called a Knead It. You can get it in both magnetic and non-magnetic versions. Elbow. Everybody has tennis elbow. This is the top selling one for us. I believe it to be one of the top selling ones nationwide. So this is one of the few, it might be the only one that is elastic. The rest of them is like a tourniquet. So when you pull, you can over pull. This is elastic, and you can't over pull because you won't be cutting off your circulation and losing an arm with this one, okay? So it's easy to put on. Instructions are on the back. All right, and it's called a victory band, okay? So test this out if you have tennis elbow. We sell hundreds of these, probably 1,000 a year. Check it out. You can buy these pretty much anywhere too. For major pain, I always recommend Quanta. Right? I call it the miracle rub. If you experience any kind of soreness, knee pain, elbow pain, shoulder pain, just rub some of this stuff on, and your pain will go away. Kind of just like that. It only lasts for like 12 to 24 hours, but at least it gives you relief for that long. So Quanta, I call it the miracle rub. If you haven't tried it, they're not very expensive. Try it out. Look, check on their website. They do, or even Amazon sells this. But I get these at the Stretch Lab. So if there's a Stretch Lab near you, it's probably sitting there for like $5 for that little jar. This is the big jar. All right. So my favorite replacement grips are still Hydrosorb Pros. This is a very neutral grip, not too sticky, not too dry. I want to feel I don't want it too sticky, so it hits the brakes on me, and I don't want it too dry because I already have dry hands. So very, very neutral grip. That's why I like it for those grip changes. They also make a Tour and a Comfort, which are also great. So I believe that the top replacement grips are made by Head. The Hydrosorb line is still the best out there. So if you need to change a grip, ask for a Hydrosorb. New to this year's line is my favorite overgrip now, the Dunlop Super Tax. So these are, I believe, the best overgrips on the market now. The most durable, one of the most tacky. As I keep saying, I don't like it too tacky and I don't like it too dry. This is slightly on the tacky side. I feel like it's a little better than the Pro Overgrip. It's more like a Gamma Supreme, if you guys know what that is. And it does provide a little bit of cushioning for those people who like that slightly squishy feel. But you can stretch it out and negate that too if you like. But there's a reason why these are made in Japan and made very well over there. All right, if you guys haven't tried it, try out a pack of Super Tack. All right, balls. The more I play with these Trinity balls, the more I like these balls. I think this is going to be kind of the wave of the future. I think the other companies will be following suit with something like this. I mean, it's environmentally friendly. You can use these. Man, I've known some guys that use these over 10 times. The balls are literally naked. There's no fuzz left. And they're like, hey, it still bounces. I was like, yeah, that's wonderful. Too bad we can't add fuzz, Too bad when you go bald, you can't really add hair unless you whatever. That's a different subject. But anyways, you can play with these for a long time, okay? A long time. Give these a shot. You will be surprised. Now, my top strings for this year are interesting enough, not what you guys would expect. The more I play with this string, the more I like it. It reminds me of, the string I use, which is Linko Confidential, except that it's just in this orange color. It's very, very similar to that string that I use. And I currently do have one of my rackets strung with this, and I haven't cut it out yet. So that is always a good sign. As you can see, it is a shaped string, just like Confidential. And it comes in different gauges. It comes in a 120, a 125, and for the string breakers, a 130. So Poly Tour Rev, great string. Iconic all, guys. Dunlop has finally come to the party with some good strings besides Black Widow. So this is a top-notch premium multi-filament synthetic gut. It rivals like an NXT from Wilson, an XL from Babolat. Great for its price point. I even tricked Coach Rob into thinking that this is NXT. And it actually, I believe, to play better than NXT. So if you haven't tried it at this price point, which I believe to be like $11 or $12, this is definitely one of those best buys out there. So iconic all from Dunlop. Something that you will hear more of this year in 2021. Shoes. I finally got my camo shoes after waiting 6 months. This was the shoe of the year, according to Tennis Magazine, last year in 2020. The shoe remains the same, super comfortable, wide enough for most people. Definitely a lighter shoe than like a Gel Resolution 8, but still as stable. I know a bunch of you guys have messaged me and bought these from me and loved them. So even Coach Andrew used these 3 or 4 times last year, and he loves these too. So great all-around shoe. If you have a slightly wider foot, it actually still works for you too. 1 month wear guarantee. If you do not like these after purchasing them, after a month, these can be returned for full refund. The Wave Exceed 4s. They come in both men and women, but not in this camel color for women. All right, perfect. One of my top picks, always, Court FF2. I just got these colors in, and I'm pretty much out of them already. So I guess I gave it a lot of attention last year, and these have been selling wonderfully, no matter what color they've been coming in. So I think this might be my last pair already. What size is this? It's a size 12. Okay, maybe I have a size 11 and a half left. You know, the weird thing is, guys, I don't sell, my least selling size on the market is a size 11 and a half for men. And the least selling size for women is a 9 and a half. Like for every year that I've been in business, the last 15 years, those are always left. I don't know what it is about those two sizes. That's just a fun fact for you guys. But Court FF2 from A6. The tongueless shoe, right? Once you get into this shoe though, it's like a glove for your feet, right? For those of you who are looking for a replacement to Adidas Barricade 7s, which were one of my favorites, this is your shoe. It's built just like that. Very stable sole, right? No 6-month guarantee though, but it is a great fitting shoe with a nice beefy toe box, and sole that will last you long enough. I mean, by the time you burn through this shoe, you should get a new shoe anyways, or using this for like 2 to 3 months. It's a great performance all-around shoe. For those of you who worn it, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And this opening, you'll get into this soon enough. Just keep your foot in there for a little bit. If it doesn't cut off your circulation, you're fine, okay? Court FF2. All right, Rackets. Okay, surprise, surprise, right? E-Zone 98 last year was my top pick. V-Core 98 and 100, my top picks for this year. These things are selling like hotcakes right now. The 98 especially. The 100s have picked up recently. For those of you who are Pure Drive, Clash, Arrow, Ultra users, the 100 is a perfect racket for you. For those of you who just want a little more control, kind of a strike user or a Pure Arrow VS user, this 98 is perfect for you. But I feel like these are both great all-around rackets for, I mean, I would say all the way from beginner to like a low advance, maybe advanced pro player could use this 98, but great rackets, well made. I did a video on this line already, and I've done each racket and how they perform. These are the ones to get, in my opinion, for 2021. If you've never tried Yonex, give them a shot. These are great ones to kind of get your first introduction into Yonex, okay? 100 would be the easier one to play with. And bags. I started carrying Go Bag myself. When I first saw this bag, I'm like, damn, I love it that it stands up like that. All right. This holds up to 4 rackets on each side. I did a video on this already. Like right there. 2 rackets in here. Because I carry 4 rackets, as some of you know. So 2 and 2 out here. So this compartment is meant for shoes. All right, look at that deep pocket in there. You could probably put 2 pairs of shoes in here, probably. And then this is, you know, so it airs out your stinky feet, your stinky shoes. Yeah, probably hit some Lysol in there and then close it up so you don't get a big surprise next time. And then you got this big compartment in here. I put my shoes in here instead. You got your nice big compartment in here, and these are actually shelving. It's made out of Velcro, and you can just take these off and then build shelving in here. You could check my video out for this bag, but you can build shelving in here. I put my shoes in here, and it looks like a locker when I open it up. And then there's extra pockets on the sides for like your tablet, maybe a smaller computer. You know, so, but anyways, like that's my go-to bag now. The Go, G-E-A-U bag. So go.com, gosport.com, excuse me. And finally, I've never done clothes before, and I'm definitely not going to do a skirt review right now, but I will do that shirt review. So this company was brought to me by, I don't want to say a little old lady, but I don't know how else to categorize her. She brought these shirts back from Miami, and the company was called I Be Cool. She basically was wearing one, and it looked like she got it from Panama because it looked like the jungle, but in flowery notes, you know, like rainbow of jungle. And I'm like, can you carry this? It's so wonderful. It's SPF 50, which is great for my skin. So she's fair skinned. And she's like, it protects me from the sun. And I was looking at her like, okay, I'll see what I can do. Okay. And like, she wouldn't stop hounding me to get them. So I was like, okay, fine. We'll see so I got 10 pieces. I got 10 shirts. They were long sleeves, quarter zips, kind of same soft material, right? And when I talked to the person that was selling it to me, she's like, oh yeah, it's called I Be Cool because the material keeps you cool. So even when you put it on, you feel like, oh, this is gonna not warm up on me. So it keeps your skin colder. When it's 100 degrees outside, it actually feels like, you know, maybe 80, right? But it's cool to the touch and never warms up like a cotton or a polyester does. So, I was like, okay, fine. And it was only for women back then. I brought the 10 pieces in. The 10 pieces sold within 10 days. They were gone. Like, she basically sold them for me. She's like, you got to buy this. You got to buy this. You got to buy this. I was like, the ladies were just, oh yeah, I got to get it. All right. I'm like, all right, I think I'm on to something here. So I continued to buy more, and the ladies kept buying them. So they finally made men's stuff about a year ago, and I started wearing them. And I'm like, man, this is actually pretty good. So if you play in a hot, possibly tropical climate or even a dry climate, and you want to stay cool, try the I Be Cool stuff. They have shirts in short sleeve and long sleeve, and they actually started making shorts too this year. So look for those. The brand is I Be Cool. Okay? For those of you who are in like a cooler climate right now, since we are at the end of March, I still like Lulu, guys. Lululemon for the men. I'm wearing the pants, which is called the Surge pants right now. These are light and they're airy, and it's kind of, I don't feel like I'm naked, but it's as close to being naked as you can get. As I've done in an older video, right? Why do I like these? They got zippered pockets. Look, zippered pockets. I love zippered pockets, right? Because I just zip up my keys in my wallet and I'm good to go. I don't need to worry about stuff, right? Plus, I'm going to do this again. Check this out. So look, it's stretchy, right? And I'm not going to tear them. Look at how much I'm pulling on these, right? Imagine how comfortable these are. They are worth every penny that I paid at Lulu. These are called Surge, S-U-R-G-E, pants, and they are joggers. And I'm not jogging in them, but I'm definitely wearing them, okay? Give them a shot. I'll bet you will like them too. All right, so that's my top tennis stuff for 2021. If you haven't tried any of these items, and give it a shot, guys. There's a reason why I recommend them. I definitely have tried them myself, and I have actually liked them and continue to go back to these, as I call my trusted items. Okay? Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.